What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. I like this game, so we're gonna do a third little episode here to check out what we can do with our little school. Our meters recovered. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just not gonna pay attention to the meters anymore, and we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna do what we do. Expanding horizons. We need a computer lab in order to get that grant done, but we've basically run out of room over here. My other suggestion would be that possibly we use some of this surplus cash to maybe build ourselves another set of bathrooms over on this side. And so I'm gonna do something like that right there. And then we'll call this like a hallway right here, maybe. We'll call this like a thin little hallway, possibly. And that'll connect the two areas. And then we'll take doors, and we'll put in a door right there. We'll put in a door right there. We'll just build like a little tiny bathroom up in here. It's a little tiny bathroom, and we'll put like, I don't know, put those in the middle. Might be kind of an interesting way to play around with this. We'll set up some toilets like in the corners, and then we'll put sinks on these right here, maybe. Maybe that's how it'll work out. I don't know. Students are here. It looks like we do have a full influx of students today, which is good. I will continue to keep the janitorial staff up and jumping. And then once I get ourselves expanded a little bit, yeah, we only lost one kid due to sickness today. Good. Fantastic. I'm sure our meters are already like borked though. Now that we have a library and a faculty room, it seems like that has fixed some of the little problems that we have around. I forgot to build a door over here too, so give me a door that goes into this area. We'll put in 2 of them like so. I like putting in double doors. A lot of people don't like that design strategy, but I feel like if you've got like an odd numbered door and there's no double door option in the game, putting a door along each side is kind of an aesthetically pleasing option. I'm going to call this a bathroom over here so you guys continue installing tiles. Get that new bathroom done. Kids are running around. They're having a good time. They're screaming. They're playing. They're throwing trash on the floors because apparently littering is something their parents never taught them not to do. Kids, stop littering. Just don't litter, man. That shit's a pain in the ass to clean up. You got to get that stick with the little spear on the end of it, and somebody's got to spear the trash like it's their white whale. They'd be out here just like, ah, from hell's heart I stab at thee, Snickers wrapper. It's hard, man. It's hard. Oh, I put in the wrong walls over here. Well, that is just an ugly occurrence. So let's go ahead and let's get this all unified over here. How about that? Let's get this all universally unified. And then we'll call that some tile right there, too, because I like spending money. I like spending money. Gotta spend that money because they look at you funny. If you got a surplus, you gotta do that thing. All right, so we'll call this a bathroom over here. Oh, is that not... That's going to count as 3 separate toilets. There's no way for me to merge that right there. Oh, that's a little frustrating. All right. Maybe I'll build the wall after. Either way, we got to demolish these walls right here. We'll just keep these bathrooms nice and simple for now. That's what I get for trying to innovate. That's what I get for trying to change the bathroom game. I was trying to, I was trying to change the game. I was trying to be like Mike, and they won't let me because my threes is weak. Because my threes is weak. My threes is weak. I'm a short guy, man. Us short guys don't play basketball. We got like, what, Muggsy Bogues? That's pretty much all we have. Like, us small guys, man. There's not a whole lot of like 5'5" basketball players out there. That's just not our game, man. We stay away from that one. So we got a turlet right there and a turlet right there. Let's go ahead and get that going. We're not making a whole lot of money right now. But hopefully with grants and whatnot, we'll be able to keep the cash going. How is sickness looking right now? Public health could probably be better. Health could probably be better, but they're going to get on it. I mean, they should be able, in the next little bit, to clean up some of the dirt. So there it is. They got some of it done, and it looks like our health is somewhat evened out. I think that the meters are bugging out and being weird right now. Well, with 2 toilets, let me grab toilet stuff. So this is going to be the men's bathroom over here. Got 3 urinals. We need toilet cubicles. And we will put these guys in right here. Once that's done, we'll take some sinks. I think I put that one in the wrong way. So let's try and go. There we go. Put in a couple of sinks right there so that people can wash their little hands. And then we need toilet cubicles in here for the girls' room. Perfect. Trying to future-proof this at the moment. So there we go, couple of sinks, and that did cost us some money, good lord. Our plumbing cash is not good right now. We definitely need to bring in some grants or some money or something like that, otherwise this is not going to stick. I'm thinking the toilets were more expensive than I thought they were going to be. Might have been a mistake, might have been a wrong call right there, because our plumbing fee, oh my god, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know how we want to do this then. I wish that, is there a menu around that shows me where empty seats are at? Like, how do I know how many empty seats I have in classrooms and whatnot? Looks like I got quite a few. Let's take... And so with transferees, let's say we're going to take 5 freshmen. Just to raise up our cash ever so slightly. And hopefully we'll get paid. Because it looks like we have the desks to accommodate. I think. I don't know if all the desks autofill or what happens right there, but we'll see if we've got room for people. I mean, they'll fill in where they need to fill in. We'll work to our maximum capacity. It's about the best we can do for right now, especially considering we are bleeding money like a mother. Go ahead and get rid of like half these toilets. Get rid of some of these sinks. Oh, dismantle, I'm sorry. Go ahead and dismantle these toilets. Because I don't want to pay for these at the end of the day. Is that even working? There we go. We'll leave like one sink in right here, but we gotta do what we gotta do. There we go. Get rid of some of the toilets. And we'll just kind of keep this area. Like, we'll do something else with it, I guess. I mean, chances are, I don't really need the toilets anyway, so go ahead and tear that down. Probably a giant waste of funds. It looks like the sinks are actually what cost so much money. I don't know. I can't prove it, but it seems like the sinks are what caused money. They're doing fine with these toilets over here, and I think I made a bad mistake. Woo, we're back in the black by the end of the day. Okay, that's fine. Totally okay with that. Let's just maybe rethink that idea then, since we can't afford it. Obviously, that was a giant waste of cash, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. I would also suggest that maybe let's demolish these walls right here. We'll knock that out, and we'll just turn this into more classrooms over here, and they'll just have tile floors, which will be kind of weird, because we got transferees coming in a day or two. Can't really afford a new teacher, though, so on our to-do list, how can I get some more money? I need to build a club. Maybe I'll build a club over here. You can find them in the club. That'll get us like 5 grand. It'll keep us moving. Actually, I think that'll get us 50 students. It'll get us close. It'll get us close. Health is alright. Could be better. Could be worse. But our meters look a lot better now that we've got new facilities, so that's a plus side. Another problem that I'm noticing with the UI is if there's 2 objects stacked in one location and you tell them to demolish, they actually demolish everything. They'll knock out the wall, they'll knock out the floor underneath it. They need to expand out options as far as their building menu goes. They need to have demolish wall, demolish floor. They need to have different categories because as of right now, having to rebuild everything you've destroyed every 4 seconds is kind of a pain in the ass. And so I would suggest that maybe that's probably not the most efficient use of our time. What is that right there? What is... Yeah, put in a floor right there. These are going to be our clubs right here. We're going to have some clubs over on this side, and we'll just assume that they're like chemistry clubs or something because they have weird floors. I mean, they've got floors that are tiles so that if you get any spillage, you know what I mean? So we need 4 chairs and a table for that one. That's easy enough. That's super affordable. Shouldn't be bad. So we just need a table and 4 chairs. So there we go. That should be enough to get that grant money. Gotta get that grant money. Trying to get paid. Trying to look at me funny. Alright, so we got the club room right here. That means on our to-do list, we can build a club. Bam, there's 5 grand right there that we're able to add. We need a computer lab. And then I think I also turned up my my transferees, right? You got 5 students every 3 days. It says that it's supposed to give me $500 a day, but I ain't seen it so far. I ain't seen it so far. With the 5 grand that we can have, we can add another class. That's absolutely an option. It looks like all of our meters are like terrible at the moment. Although they seem to recover at a moment's notice, and it's impossible to tell why. Like, look at that. Every time I click on it, it looks different. I don't know. Every single time, something different happens right there. I like the game, I very much do, but be warned, this game is in super early access. Like crazy early access. I assume that a club helps out with funness or something, maybe? I don't know. How bad is it now? I'm gonna click like 100 times just to see what happens. Huh. Probably just need more janitors. It seems like janitors are the secret. Janitors are the secret to our scholastic success. Who knew? And then what's going on with like all this food over here that's just like sitting here? Like, is it just kind of chilling right there? Does that need to go somewhere? Like, he's just holding it for right now. Probably not the worst plan ever, but we'll take some transferees and we'll see how that whole thing goes. I might be able to convert this into a classroom over here too. So we'll call this a class right here maybe. Like that right there. It also needs to ignore small pieces, so like that right there. You have to build everything in squares, because if you have any overhang pieces, it won't let me place the zone. You see what I mean? Like the zone won't get placed. And then there's no way to like expand a zone out either, as far as I can tell. Like, it'll count these as 2 separate classrooms, you see what I mean? And so there's a lot of, like, weird little UI things that I think need to be fixed with this game before it can really be considered ready for prime time. And so what I'll have to do over here is I'll have to take the demolish tool, I'll have to knock out that wall right there so that I can actually build a classroom on this side that isn't wasting, like, 4 of its squares. We got $4 grand right now. We got to bring in some more students and figure out a way to make some more money. How to make some more... I don't think the school subsidy is actually working right now. I don't know if you just, it says you get $750 a day. Maybe when those new students come through, that's when I get paid? I don't know. We'll keep an eye on our transferee list here. So they arrive in 2 days. We'll call this a classroom right here. Here. There's another classroom right next to the club room, apparently. I don't know, weird school designs are fairly frequent in the United States. You never quite know. We need 10 student chairs right there, so I will go ahead and do that. We got chairs. Or do they... Student chairs are a specific thing? Student chairs are a specific thing. Okay. It's only 15 bucks. I'm sure it'll be okay. So there we go. That leaves us room for like 20 more students. We'll drop an office table in right there. And then we've got our chalkboard. So bam! We are ready. We are ready for another class of people to come on in, which means I need to hire more faculty, although that's going to get expensive, which is slightly terrifying. I don't know if that's what I want to go for just yet. Everything is awful right now. I think we can all safely assume that everything is awful. Everything is bad when you're at public school. Everything is awful. Everything was awful at my public school. I mean, they tried. They tried really hard, but I mean, all anybody ever talked about was like, oh, budget shortage, and we got no money, we gotta like downsize. I kind of feel like that's the last thing that could be downsized, is like the future of children. Like, you ever notice how governments always have money for like random parks and shit like that, and like statues to some guy that donated a bunch of money to the city, but they never got enough money to build like a chemistry lab for the school or anything like that? Why is it that schools always get cut first, man? Priorities as a culture. Priorities as a culture, I think, is what it comes down to. Got a chair over here. I would like to place a teacher's chair right there. Yup, don't stare. Add a teacher's chair right there. That's how we do, yo. Because we debonair. We get it done. I need more students. If I can get $750 a day, that'd be pretty fantastic for forestalling the inevitable demise of our school, which is kind of falling apart right now. It's kind of falling. Then again, it is a school full of freshmen, so it's like, what are you going to do? It's a school full of freshmen. You can't really expect the best out of it. When I was a freshman, I was nightmarish. When I was a freshman in college, I was still pretty bad, too. I don't think I actually, like, calmed down until, like, 25, 26 years old. After that, it's kind of like, you know, when you got, like, puppies, they're puppies till they're, like, 2 or 3 years old, and then they, like, calm down a whole lot. It's kind of like that. Kind of like that. I assumed that 26 was my 3 dog years or whatever. So we've got the janitors all taken care of right there. I think I went in too hard on, like, some of the kitchen stuff, too. So what is it that we're really, like, doing poorly on right now? As far as bladders go, I don't see kids peeing all over the place. So as long as they're not peeing in bushes and in the halls and whatnot, you would assume that would be, like, full. Like, the only time that would take a hit is when, I don't know. All these kids want to go to club, but they can't. Oh, they litter when they go to club. That's not very nice. How dare you, children? How dare you? Just littering everywhere, causing problems. I do think the janitors need a little bit of AI fixes too. Like, the janitors will frequently run all over the place. Put in a couple more trash cans over here too. The janitors will frequently go from like all the way over here to all the way over here in order to wipe up a spot, instead of like being here and cleaning up these spots and working incrementally towards the closest things. Now that would end up with you having dirt in random corners and whatnot like that. But at the same time, I do think the janitors need to be a little bit more formulaic in their approach and the way that they do stuff. As far as staffing goes, we need a new teacher. We're gonna need a new teacher. I'm gonna get like a crappy teacher. Just like somebody that doesn't really know what they're doing. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm going to hire this individual. Bam. That does put us in the red, unfortunately. However, we've got kids coming in tomorrow. So I'm going to edit this classroom. This classroom's teacher is going to be Turtlebite. So there it is. Yay! We'll call it Turtlebite's speech. I don't know. There we go. Assign that teacher. Done! That teacher's over here like playing air guitar or something. I'm not really sure what he's doing. It's air guitar class. Haven't you ever had air guitar class in your school? Man, you should have air guitar class in your school. I bet it'd make you, ooh, tuition income. They arrive tomorrow, and then I'll go up by 500 a day. Yup, I'm gonna keep that on like 5, maybe 10 students even. Call that 10 students. We can handle 10 new students. I don't think we have a problem with that. Our food is piling up over here. Not entirely sure why, but 1,000 a day means that I can go on like a hiring spree, and that'll be okay. That'll be awesome. So I think transferees were the big thing. I think you got to set up your transferees early. And if you don't set up your transferees early, you're going to run into problems. And I think that was the one menu that I've been kind of lacking and missing this whole time. We shouldn't have too many kids sick tomorrow because it's all looking good to me. We'll expand the size of the club when we need to, which is probably pretty soon, in all fairness. Probably a good idea to make the club a little bit larger so that more kids can utilize it so that they will be happier. Because the children's happiness is all I care about. Children's happiness. Children's happiness. I'll probably expand this hall out a little bit. Add another classroom on that side. Seems alright to me. I'll probably have to knock out that wall right there. That'll probably be the best that I can do. But for the moment, 10 transferee students are coming to... Well, when do they arrive? When do I get my money? Trying to get paid out right now. Trying to be able to afford things. There it is. Got that tuition income. 10 new transferee students are up in here. And now, we've got a surplus. We've got a surplus. Oh, yeah. That fixed all of our little problems. Dude, there are a lot of kids trying to go to the club right now. These kids got a serious club rat addiction. They gotta be careful, man. I'm just saying, you could lose your 20s. That's all I'm saying, is your 20s can just, like, disappear. It can happen, so be careful. Be careful. Just next thing you know, every weekend at the club, you don't want to be that guy, man. You don't want to be that guy. And actually, I think we have a subsidy that we've done. Yeah, we've got that right there. So there we go. That'll fuel a little bit more expansion for us, too. We're almost at 75 as well. Oh, we've got faculty room? Dude, we got money coming in right now. And so I think it's probably a good idea for us to start doing sophomore classrooms over here. That's what I'm thinking. So let's start building, shall we? We'll go with a brick wall over here. We're going to have a 2-space hallway that goes all the way down to the end. Looks good to me. And then we'll put in the concrete tiles. Probably going to get expensive, but what you going to do? Running a school is expensive, you know what I mean? Running a school is expensive. We'll take like 10 more freshman transferees. Once we transfer in like maybe 10 more freshmen. Let's call it 10 more freshmen, and they come in 4 days. So we'll take 10 more freshmen because we've definitely got 10 more desks. I don't see any way that we don't have 10 more desks. And we will, after we do that, what I may do is I may knock out the wall over here and make the cafeteria a little bit larger so that we got more kids going into the cafeteria on this side. It's not that far, but basically what we want to reserve space for over here is sophomore classrooms. And that won't work. Never mind, that won't work because it's gotta have a full square. Otherwise, you can't get that little piece right there. Sigh. Let's think about this a different way then. We'll just have a double wall right there. Looks good to me. Looks pretty good to me. And looks pretty good to me. We'll put a computer lab at the end of the hall right there. And then we will also have a little 2-space hallway right here. And this right here, you'd think I would have learned my lesson right now from doing shit like this, but this will be another set of bathrooms on this side. Like so. We'll make like a big old bathroom area. And so what we'll call this is we'll make this our bathroom area. There we go. These will just be normal concrete tile floors, so that'll go across to right there. We will put in doors wherever we can have them. Perfect. Final exams are currently ongoing. I don't know what that means. How come almost everybody fails? You have high standards or your school is a complete failure. I mean, passing rate was a C. Wasn't too bad. I mean, the school still gets to run, right? How do I relax my standards? Is that a thing that I can do? How do I relax my standards? I feel like my standards are too high. They're just kids. Maybe we expect too much of them. Like, I don't know. Maybe that advanced burglary class was a bad idea, too. You know, like, I felt like we were trying to be progressive. We had that advanced burglary class that started up, and then I just feel like it fell apart in the middle somewhere, you know what I mean? There we go. We got 2 separate bathrooms right there. That's looking pretty good to me. They're going to get that construction done. They're going to keep it ongoing. As far as transferees go, we got 3 days till the transferees get here. Looks like maybe there's 10 or 15 days per school year. Oh, wow, you get paid out at the end of the year. Good Lord, if you can survive till the end of the year, you get an influx of cash. Holy bejesus. What happened to our budget? Do they fill, like, every single empty spot? Is that what they do? Or, like, what happened here? No, we still got extra desks. I can still well, maybe we don't. Maybe I should cancel the transferees. Let's cancel the transferees right now. And once I get the sophomore class areas done, we'll start worrying about other stuff. I can afford to hire more staff, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and get a couple more workers. 2 more workers. We'll add 3 more janitors. We will add another lunch lady, another set of lunch ladies, so that they can get stuff done. That didn't even affect our budget that much, so it's not that big of a deal. Add another worker or 2. I mean, we've got a surplus. We've got lots of extra cash, so we might as well add some more people to the docket. I think the janitorial staff is probably going to need help. We got 75 students, which means school expansion is done. Let's go ahead and get that grant and get paid out. We don't have 100 kids yet, but hey, that's an extra $5,000 that we didn't have previously, so I will take it. I will take it. I think janitorial staff is going to be important here. I'm definitely thinking janitorial staff is what we need more of. Where's the janitors at? Give me a few more janitors here. Yep, unleash the janitors. That's all that we can do for right now. Unleash the janitors! As far as lunch goes, we're going to need a new lunchroom too. Either that or we have to knock the wall out over here, expand that out, and make the cafeteria larger. Maybe I'll put another cafeteria over here just to keep things flowing. Just to keep things cracking. So we got bathroom tiles, put that in right there. We need doors, which apparently did not get built. I thought I put in doors right there, but I guess that's that. That's done. Give me some concrete tiles over here to carry that over, and then give me another door right here, and another door right here. And so we've got 2 doors on that side. We'll throw in a concrete tile right there and a concrete tile right there. And yeah, I'll put another big cafeteria right here with a hallway that goes along the outside of it. And we'll just kind of have this thing grow. I'm going to assume that public health is probably pretty bad right now, and there's probably not a whole lot that I can do about that. It looks like the janitors are pretty much able to keep up with the grime and the hustle. Kinda. It's going to take us a day or 2 before we settle and figure out exactly what's working and what's not working, but I'm happy with what's going on right now. We've got a surplus, so you know what, who cares? Yeah, it's kind of weird how this is all coming together. The schools where I lived had like 3,500, 4,500 students. They had a lot of people, between 1,500 and 3,500 students in there somewhere. And I don't remember there being that many janitors. Like, I think there was like 10 or 11 of them. Like, I don't think there was that many janitors when I went to school, in all honesty. I don't think there was. You guys do whatever you're going to do over here. Put in some flooring. Workers are working. They're working along, but I get the feeling they're taking them extra long breaks. It's union work. You know what I mean? It's schools by Caltrans. You got to be careful. You know how it works. You need 8 guys to actually be on the crew. You need 5 guys to lean on a shovel and 3 guys to actually work. Welcome to Caltrans. Enjoy your government-subsidized pay. You ever notice that when you see Caltrans workers, there's always one guy in the truck just reading a book? I'm assuming that's the supervisor. I got a buddy who's a Caltrans supervisor, and he says it's the cushiest job on earth. He said it's literally the greatest job you could ever have. He's like, I do nothing. I have no idea. He's like, I do nothing. I sit there all day, and then people come and ask me questions. They're like, what should we do with this? And he's like, well, did you refer to the work plan? And he said, that's pretty much it. That's how it works. That's how it works. These guys seem like they're taking abnormally long paths to get over here. Maybe it's because they have to pick up all the materials, maybe. Is this food? What is this right here? Is that food or is that work materials? Like, it looks like bread and food and a bunch of other shit. Huh, maybe we need more workers. I'll hire a few more. We have money for it. Deep pockets in the government. Deep pockets in the government. Other things that I've noticed is it seems like workers get stuck down here just moving shit around. Presumably because there's not really a whole lot of... I don't know who's supposed to be responsible for moving food around is my other issue. Like, I think that's how a lot of the problems are happening too, is the workers are getting stuck trying to move food around and there's nowhere to take the food to. Like there's no location that the food can actively go, but they keep delivering food regardless. I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. We'll start calling these classrooms over here because that was the intent. And these are gonna be sophomore classrooms. This is gonna be a computer lab over here. We want to get the computer lab done first because that's gonna be our big subsidy. That's gonna be that ability to jump up on the government titty real fast. And so we'll get like, so what do we need in here? We need 5 computers. God, those are expensive. All right. Computer it on up, man. Computer it on up. There we go. I'm going to try and future-proof and make this computer lab like work for us rather than against us. If I can spend a lot of money right now, I think it'll save me money later. And there's still room where we can expand this out ever so slightly. So let's throw some chairs in here, get this thing done. And now we got a big old computer lab for our students. We didn't have a great computer lab where I went to school. Our computer lab was cool, but it only had like 4 computers. And so it was kind of like, so 4 students are absent due to sickness. Public health appears to be rearing its ugly head again. We need to hire some teachers. That's going to be expensive, and it's going to suck. But we're going to call this, so can I do the edit zone now, or do I have to wait? I got to wait. Okay. So let's take our objects. I feel like I've learned that lesson already before, but I figured I'd give it another go. There we go. That's like 15. So we can handle 45 sophomores, is what it looks like to me. That's okay. 45 sophomores will be alright. And then I need an office table. Take these chairs and we'll slot those in real quick. Perfect. That'll be done shortly. Kids going in here, playing a little bit of computer lab time, having some fun, getting their energy on up. I don't know if our levels are just bad right now due to sickness or what's going on. The clinic probably can't handle all the people that are sick, would be my guess. We've got so much food down here. Like, what are they doing with it all? I'm really not sure why it delivers so much food or why that even needs to be a mechanic since logistics are not a part of the game. Like, I don't know. It just feels like one of those extra things that was implemented to be like Prison Architect, but I've never seen them take the food anywhere. I think it just stacks up over here. Either way, what I'll do is I'll increase the delivery zone real fast. Oh, we can do a workers' quarters too. That's pretty sweet. Maybe I should do that too. As soon as they get done with the freshman classrooms and stop trying to move food around, I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm just going to make the delivery area larger for now. We'll just leave it where it is. I guess we'll just have mounds of food out in front of the school, and that'll be how we'll deal with our problems over here. Not going to think about it too hard. Our army of janitors. Release the janitors! We have a lot of them. There are a lot of janitors out here. Half of our workers appear to just be sitting there, so I'm going to go ahead and fire them since they appear to be bugged anyways. So why worry about it? There we go. Most of the work is done anyways. Hopefully they don't get stuck much further. They are grabbing food off the truck. They never seem to take it anywhere, though. They never seem to take it anywhere. I'm kind of wondering if there's like a storage zone that I'm just screwing up here. But I don't see anything of the kind. I don't know. I may move the garbage area too. So like if I take this garbage area and then we've got zones, I might move the garbage area to right here just to make it a little bit closer. And then what we'll do is we'll take this and we will build a staff door right here that they can go in and out of if they've got the key. Oh, it failed. It needs to be a 5x5. Okay. Fine then. If you want to be difficult about it. It's got to be a 5x5. I would like there it is. I see it now. Okay. There we go. 11x5 is perfectly fine. I'm sure they'll move the dumpster or something like that. Do I have a garbage area tab over here? I don't even have a garbage area tab over here. So these are flesh. Oh, I needed chalkboards in there too. Let's do that very rapidly so that's done. Perfect. Chalkboard's all ready to go. And once the chalkboards are in, we'll worry about our staffing woes. So my suggestion would be that we pick up a couple of teachers. They cost $4,900. It's pretty expensive, and they're going to cost $408 a day. Sergeant Novak. Okay. She costs $5,000 though. Yikes, it's expensive. I will hire you, sir. try to find some candidates who aren't like garbage. There we go. And that has negatively affected us a little bit, but I know how to fix this. So we're going to take in... we'll take in 15 sophomores every couple days for now. Actually, we'll take in 20. We can handle like 45 of little bastards. We'll give it 3 rotations, so 12 days will take us to the end of the school year. Then, we need to take our zone edits. We'll take these over here. We'll edit the classroom. We will call that a sophomore class, and we will assign Avery Gimple over here. Okay. We will edit this classroom. We will call it a sophomore class, and we will assign Brian Umphris. We will call this a sophomore class as well. And then we will assign a final teacher right there. Valley Brittman. You got to go to Miss Brittman's class, man. She's definitely, her nickname is going to be Miss Bitchman if she's mean. I'm just letting you know. That's how it works in school. That's exactly what's going to happen. So now they're not taking out the garbage either. Good Lord. Oh, Jesus. Just... Game, can you help me out a little bit here? Can you help me out a little bit? Ah, well. My name is Splattercat. This is Academia. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping on in. Hi to everybody, and take care out there. It's been fun so far. I think this will probably be our last episode. Just showing off like the way that the game works. Do we actually have sophomores now? I don't think sophomores got delivered that fast. But our cash flow went up ever so slightly. But our student numbers are the exact same. Either way, let me get that government grant right there. Money, money, money! Full profit schooling. See y'all next time. Hi to everybody.